Black Box Productions.
They on Eve head. I stumbled across it. I got a chance to meet Eve a couple of times. I ain't gonna even lie. One time I got off the airplane, red eye. She was at baggage claim, LAX. It was basically empty. From the time I came down the escalator, it's like we was locking eyes. I wanted to get at her bag, but I like kind of worked out. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm talking about. She was facing baggage claim this way. I was coming from this way, but all the way until I passed, she like over this side shoulder. Cause I got nervous though on the set. And then the homie Big Dame used to be her security. And I used to go pull up on him a couple times. Sat at the bar, chit-chatted with her. She was down to earth, decent. I ain't gonna lie, just from that being a fact, I never saw it coming that she would marry a white man from, all the images I seen of her on TV and all that and magazines, and then from what I picked up being around her a little bit, I didn't see that coming. I'm not shitting on her for it. She was asked about her being black in the midst of an interracial marriage, in the midst of all the issues that have been going on that are racially charged. And her response was she doesn't think about being black or think about it much, something of that nature. And a lot of people on her head. And on my mama, I don't think, if you can accept her being married to a non-black, that answer, that's not even from America, from the UK, I don't think that answer should be as offensive as everyone is taking it. Like, she didn't say she doesn't feel black. If you can imagine, now you might have an issue with the interracial relationship, and that's one thing. But if, not saying that I do, but if you did, I could even understand the logic behind someone perhaps having something to say. But her saying that she doesn't think about being black in her personal experience, I can imagine that being a reality if you're in a scenario where someone doesn't treat you any different than they treat anybody else that they're encountering. And a lot of times we're reminded that we're black is because when we see things taking place on the media, the first thing we can do is we can relate to an incident similar. And it's so often, at least me personally, I see, damn, so many times that scenario could go that bad, and it could have been over for me so many times just for that. He ain't did nothing. And a lot of times we can relate to it because we go through it. Now, her experience might be that she's not being treated in a way that we are steadily, that she's reminded that she's black. And some people may view that as her being compromised. And to some degree, she has to be, because the same way you come into a relationship expecting your counterpart to be invested in your plight as a person and to be accepting of your total your reality, you have to be vice versa. So if you're in love with and partnered up with somebody who is definitely a member or a part of the other side, they may not have been physically involved in anything that we have experienced, which is negative, but they represent the people that do. So it's, to some extent, they have to find some acceptance within their history. And it's going to be very hard for someone that is married to an individual like that to stand a Google % in representation of what we're going through. So although I would like for her to think about her blackness more, just based on the fact that if she had not been as fortunate to be in the position she is, a lot of the things that we've seen taking place to our people, she can also fall victim to it too. But I don't think that it was her trying to be non-black. And I think people are reading that into it. You know what I'm saying? I just think she has a very different experience. And a lot of time that'll cause people to be desensitized to the reality of what we're going through as a whole. Shout out Eve. Hold it down. I hate the fact you got this sweet wait some. Man, you supposed to keep that in the fam bam, ma'am. Oh my mama.
Black Box Productions.
RJ on the beat.
But it ain't murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in my city. Turn to the news and they got that boy slipping. I don't know. Please tell me why they had to kill him. I don't know. But this is murder in my city. Murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in my city. Yeah. Gotta watch who you hang with. Hadn't been around the block, they on that same shit. Yeah. Duck low, can't change it. Gotta figure this out, I gotta make it. And if they try to take it, it's yellow tape. I refuse to let them have what's on my plate. Watch out for my bro, that's my babe. Test him, then it's shots to the face. On the block, everybody need the hot. Tell the truth, they ain't really hot as me though. Yeah, I got the treasure, yeah, it's all on me. Got them looking for it, finding Nemo. Shots, everybody get on the ground. That nigga got hit with it, yeah, make a sound. Remember when they killed Dennis, he was only 7. Yeah, my young boy, he's in there. Turn to the news and they got that boy slipping. I don't know. Please tell me why they had to kill him. I don't know. But this is murder in my city. Murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in my city. Yeah.
Usually the crew won't move through the eulogy. You'll be plotting, popping, you a G. Who shooting, who driving, you and me. EC, keep that between you and me. That was folks, not least 2 or 3. Streets talk, just watch, you will see. On the set, never charge you a fee. And unless you agree, you a ye. Never been scary, never been phony. Air enemy in the area know me. Everywhere I go, I carry it on me. Cemetery ceremony, buried at home. Blue chucks, obituary struck up. Hope the preacher hurry up and shut the fuck up. View the murder victim, single file line. Violent vengeance, only thing on my mind. Murder.
I don't know. Please tell me why they had to kill him. I don't know. But this is murder in my city. Murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in my city. Yeah.
Murder in my city, murder in my city. Oh my mama, the homie face I love been on one. Prophetic like.
No, yeah, the riot shit. He called the riot.
Yeah, it was shortly before too. Like, it was less than a year before their song.
Yeah.
Almost probably why they made him that. They neutralized him. They neutralized Ice-T. Cause them niggas was on some political shit at one point and it was like popular.
All right.
It's only one way y'all gonna win. You ain't gonna be that way.
I mean,
you gotta stop.
In the aquarium. When the people that run the aquarium come get at you, what else you gonna do? So everybody ain't willing to drive.
You want this Friday to work?
Ain't all them other ones out there?
Yeah, we gonna make
See, I
sure.
don't think it was that direct. I think he just smelt the change in the air. Like, okay.
And he was smart enough to go with it.
Like, he party in the next in the future.
Yeah, he like, I'm at a level, I gotta make a
You know?
decision. I'm gonna go this way. Just like,
Motherfucker don't like you right now, G.
Them CDs still on the shelf.
Right. Yeah,
If you want to tap
I
into
said
the
that.
message, it's still there. If you want it's there. So you gotta get cracked and put it on the board. Guess what?
It's the big old deal, man. You don't mind the camera right now or what?
Got you, son.
Oh yeah, you know I stay with something popping, man. You already know. You'll be in something with this footage, trust me.
All right.
I got you. Thank you. No problem.
Neighborhood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All